At 10 News Weather Authority from the JES Weather Center.
Good afternoon, everyone. Here is a live look at our Martinsville sky cam, courtesy of New College Institute, where temperatures are currently sitting at 69 degrees, winds out of the southwest at 11 miles per hour, and that is sort of painting the picture. Winds are primarily out of the south this afternoon, and so we are seeing our temperatures climb up ever so slightly. Still in the mid-60s across the Roanoke Valley, but getting up to the 70s just about everywhere else. We're also experiencing some gusty winds out there, sustained between about 5 and 10 miles per hour, with a few stray gusts closer to about 20 to 25 throughout the remainder of our Thursday afternoon. Now, temperatures also continue to warm up, so much so that we get into the 80s for the Roanoke Valley, Lynchburg area, and Southside area. The Highlands and New River Valley stay in the mid to upper 70s this afternoon. Current radar check. We are dealing with a couple of storms moving through parts of Greenbrier and Pocahontas counties that might tag Highland County here within the next hour or so, but a huge mess still unfolding across the middle portions of the country as well as parts of the Midwest and the South. There is a level 3 out of 5 risk in place for the day, and we are still under that level 2 out of 5 risk for the I-64 corridor and north, and then for the I-81 corridor west and north, we are still under that level 1 marginal risk for some showers later on today. Now, rounds of severe weather are still in play over the next several days for the same areas that were hit yesterday and early this morning, where we had that level 5 out of 5 high risk in place. That is a rare occurrence. You don't often see that. We've had 3 of those this year so far. Now, once we move into tomorrow, that risk moves just a little bit towards the west, still level 3 out of 5, and then we get to Saturday and that threat moves back east but a little bit south, including the state of Louisiana, Mississippi, and eastern Texas this time around. Now, severe weather continues to build in over the same areas over the next 3 days or so, and then this system eventually moves off towards the east and impacts us. But before it does so, it brings a boatload of rain. We're talking generational and historic amounts of rainfall, 10 to 15 inches possible in the areas here that you see highlighted in purple, from Arkansas, Missouri, Kentucky, into Tennessee, even northern Mississippi and southern Indiana over the next couple of days. Now, if you're asking yourself, why aren't we involved in any of this severe weather or this crazy weather that's currently ongoing? We've got a large area of high pressure just to our south and east, which is aiding in those southerly winds, blocking out a lot of that rain, bringing in some really warm air, also bringing in a little bit of dry air at the mid levels, which is kind of protecting us from any of this stuff that is currently moving across parts of the Midwest and the South. As we see here later on in the week, once we get to about Sunday right here, we'll see that front push through, and then we've got some cold air that funnels in behind. So the Climate Prediction Center indicates that next week, starting Monday, temperatures are going to be closer to cooler than average rather than warmer than average, how we basically had all the month of March go and the first couple days of our April. As you see here in your 7-day forecast, we're in the 80s for the next couple of days. We are potentially going to be near record-breaking temperatures tomorrow afternoon. Then we're back down in the 50s by Tuesday.
And I'm looking at next week. That's probably more what we should be expecting at this time of year.
Right. I mean, average temperature right now, upper 30s for the overnight lows, right around 62 to 63 in the afternoon.
Not 80.
Yeah, not 80, not 86, not 87.
It's right. These are odd times. Parker, thank you very much.